So in this lecture, we're going to talk about extending the features of a Flutter application beyond what is built into Flutter. So we talked last time about a repository of packages and the pub.dev, and we showed that for the Go router. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this pub.dev repository. So there are basically a distinction between packages and plugin. A package is generally considered a, a piece of component that's written in native Dart Flutter, but it has some extended features. Whereas a plugin is considered something that lets the Flutter application reach down into the native operating system for that particular functionality. So one example is, for example, let's see, platform info. So platform info is a package that allows the Flutter program to see what type of operating system is running, and then other things such as the version number, what type of web user agent is being used, and so forth. So this is something that is commonly used, platform info, and it is considered a plugin. But something a little bit more interesting is the Google Map. So if you want to display a Google Map view inside your Flutter application, you can use something like this. And what you will find is not only would you include this package into your application, but you will see that here on the top, you will see that it supports Android, iOS, and web. And it does tell you that for each, there tells you that there are some steps that you need to do beyond just including this. You need to get an account and an API key from this website. And you also need to do some specific customization to the Android or iOS program layer inside of your Flutter app. So I'm going to show you one of the popular plugins to use for a Flutter application is the Google Maps. And the Google Map will work across Android, iOS, and web. But what I'm going to demo is just the Android version. So like I said, the instruction does require you to set up an account here on the Cloud Google map platform. And to get that all fully running, you do need to set up an account with even though it is free to use this map service, you do need to set up a billing account on this. I won't go through that, but you do need to set that up. And then once you do get the API key, you're going to use that API key here. So within the Android manifest, you're going to paste the API key here. And then for the iOS version and web, you're going to do the similar thing here. They have their own individual way of setting up the API key. So here I have a very simple Flutter app. And basically what I did was I just took the example code here on the bottom. Okay. I just took this, copied and pasted this code straight into the main Dart, and I replaced the other widget with map sample here. And you can see this Git repo at the bottom, the link for this at the bottom of this video description. Once you have that set up here and you then do these includes here, this include here or import, then all these symbols will become compilable. Like I said, this is a very simple app. Now, if I run it and you can see here in the manifest, I did include that little snippet from the instructions, but I didn't put the API key in there yet. But if I run this right now and I say run here, or I could do run up here, and if it, right now it's set up to use the Pixel 9 Pro emulator that's running on my desktop. There we go. Oops. Well, because I had run it earlier with the API key, it is using the old one. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just clear this. I am going to delete the sample here. And I will run it again. I'm going to do Flutter clean first. And then I'm going to do Flutter pub get. And you will notice that in the project that I upload to the GitHub repository that I already did the Google Map Flutter add here. So what I did earlier was Flutter pub add Google Map Flutter. And if I do it again, it's not going to have really much of an effect because it's already in my project. Um, well, actually, that's strange error. Let me try that again. Oh, there was a plural. So, so it says that it's adding it, but it's not really having much of an effect since it's already been added before. So now that I have it added and I run again with from a clean build, you will see that the app will launch, but the map will not appear.
Please subscribe to this channel and like this video to support this kind of work.
I'm going to save you some time and I zipped ahead and I can just show you that the app comes up, but there is really no content here. But you can see a little bit on the bottom that you can see the edge. You can see that this is the Google widget, map widget being displayed, but no content. So what we need to do is just stop it, um, make sure we get our API key, paste it here. And because of some privacy, I will not show you that, but I'm going to paste it here and then I'm going to restart the app. So I'm going to restart it after putting in the API key. It should start a little bit, it should start pretty fast since I had run it before. And there we go. And so this is just a simple example of using a very popular plugin. So some things to review here on this, okay? So basically, like I said in the other lecture about using GoRouter, that you can see who is the publisher or the producer of this plugin. So if you know that it's from a reputable source, you can pretty much rely that they're going to support and continually improve the component. You can see the versions and so forth. Some other kinds of uh, issues that might come up is that you might find that as you use a plugin that has internal dependencies on others. So let's see, WebView, I think it's called WebView Plus. So WebView Plus here does have some other internal dependencies. For example, I think it has an internal dependency of using a component called Chewy for video. So the way that you can actually tell about the dependencies is that you can come here and then run Flutter pub dependency. I think that's the command. So here, now you can see what this particular component depends on internally. So all the components that it depends on are listed here. So it says web, sanitize HTML and so forth. So a lot of these, um, most of the time, the publisher will take care of these or keep these things in mind as they need to continually maintain this. But you might find that another plugin, like the one I mentioned about the WebView Plus, that has other plugins that may not keep up as up to date as the main plugin or the main component.